have my oven set to 350, and these are the ingredients that I'm using. Olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of milk, a little bit of flour, beef stock, Worcestershire sauce, tomato paste, an onion, a carrot, butter, minced garlic, cheddar cheese, mushrooms. I have ground beef and 6 large russet potatoes. Well, this one's not so large, but the rest are. I forgot to put the thyme over here. Thyme leaves. All right, let's get started. I'll start out by putting the potatoes on the pan. And poke them with a fork. Then I'm going to drizzle with olive oil. And then, where's the salt? Here we go. There you have the oil all over, and then add the salt. And then put them in the oven for about an hour or so until they're nice and soft on the inside. While the potatoes are in the oven, I'm working on the filling now. I chopped up just about 3 slices of the mushrooms. My husband isn't really big on mushrooms, but I'm just putting a little bit in. I have the 1 onion chopped, and I'm gonna work on the carrots. And then start grounding the beef. I'm using 1 pound of ground beef. Just put this in the pan and brown it. All right, now you just start chopping it up. This is one of the happiest spoons I own. Isn't it cute? Okay, it's almost cooked all the way. I'm going to add in the onions. And the carrots. Now, a little shortcut that you can use is, instead of waiting an hour and 15 minutes, whatever it takes for the potatoes to cook in the oven, you can always put them in the microwave oven for like 5 minutes or so. And that'll cut down the time a lot. And then you put them in the oven like I showed you before with the olive oil and salt. So cook these for about 5 or 6 minutes until they're tender. I just realized that I called this utensil a spoon. Here's my happy spoon right here. So anyway, at this point, everything is nice and softened. You can add in about 1/4 cup of red wine if you have it. I don't have it. So I'm going to add in, oh actually I'm putting my garlic in first. About 2 or 3 garlic cloves. And let that go for like another minute. I'm adding in sauce. Couple tablespoons. I'm also adding in about a teaspoon of tomato paste. Now this is very similar to shepherd's pie, but in a different form. I do have a recipe for shepherd's pie you can look up if you want to make that. You can also throw in a little bit of frozen peas if you'd like. And now I'm getting a tablespoon of flour. Mix it in. I'm going to do one more. Let it cook for a little bit. It's good to cook it for like a minute or two, and then the taste won't be really floury. You have to just cook it for a little bit. Now I'm going to add some black pepper, so pepper and salt to taste. And then I'm adding my beef stock. And I have 3/4 of a cup. To start out with. Use it all. Let that cook in for a minute or two. And you could also add a little bit more in if you want it a little less thick, like if you want more gravy in there, you can order, or you can add in a little bit more. Which I'm going to do just a little bit more. So our filling is done. We just have to wait for the potatoes to be nice and soft so we can mash the potato. Forgot one thing. I'm going to add in the mushroom. That doesn't take long to cook. Just basically stir it in for like a minute. And that's it. Alright, I just took the potatoes out of the oven. I'm going to get the cheddar cheese ready. And I thought I'd use my mom's cheese grater and see if it worked with cheddar cheese. And it does pretty well. And now I'm going to try to scoop out the inside of the potato so I can stuff it. So I cut the top of the potato off, and then you scoop the potato out. So here's the last one. I ended up putting the potatoes back into the oven. The larger ones weren't soft enough on the inside, so now they're perfect. I'm adding A little bit of salt and pepper. I warmed up a little bit of milk, and I melted some butter. I'm making a mess, I know, but I melted it a little bit in the microwave. Mixing it in. We add a little bit of milk at a time. Taste it. Oh, I love mashed potatoes. So I tasted the meat filling and it is so good. There's a lot of flavor in that meat. So I'm going to get some of the cheese that I just shredded, add that in also. Now I'm putting it all together. You're going to want to save the tops of these. They are so good. You could just eat them the way they are, and I have been. Now for the filling. Put the meat in each one. Looks like just the right amount of filling. Where's the rest of it? Now we add the potatoes on top. You can always make extra gravy if you want, like I showed you. You just use more of the beef stock. Add a little bit more flour to thicken it up. Okay, I'm adding white cheddar. You can add yellow if you want a different color on here on the top. All taste the same. All right, back in the oven it goes. Here they are, just took them out of the oven. You can add a little parsley on top to give it a little bit of color. Going to cut one and try it out. It's nice and crispy on the bottom, that's why it's a little harder to cut open. Look at that. That is really good. Lots of flavor in this one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.